Right behind me, I've got the 2026 Ford F-150 Raptor. If you guys are new here, my name is Jason and I do reviews just like this here in Canada. So in today's video, I'm going to be going over the different models you can get with the F-150s, the safety features that do come with the Raptor model, the engine and towing specs, the exterior, the interior, the infotainment system, and of course the pricing. And thank you to Barrie Ford for letting me review this Raptor. Also, this Raptor does have the 802A package, which adds a ton of stuff to it, so you'll notice all of that throughout the video. Now, for the different models available with the F-150s, here are all of them, and also depending on the model that you do pick, you can get different styles and box sizes. And here are the standard safety features that you do get with the Raptor. As for what powers the Raptor, this does have the 3.5 liter V6 EcoBoost high output engine, which makes 450 horsepower and 510 pound-foot of torque. Towing wise, you can tow about 8,200 pounds, and fuel economy with this is about 16.7 liters in the city and about 12.8 liters on the highway. All right, let's start things off in the front. First off, this color does not do justice in person because this is so beautiful. This is the shelter green metallic. It just looks so stunning in person, especially in the sun. Now up here on the bumper area, you've got the metal bumper obviously, and then the silver or gray here that you see, you do have the metal as well. Also the front safety sensors, the front recovery hooks. You've also got obviously the plate down there, and then in the corners here you do have your LED fog lights on both the sides, plus you do have this one right here, which is to add any accessories. And then you just get into the grille area. There's so much going on, but in a good way. So you've got the massive Ford letters obviously, and even here you've got the nice designing. These are in like this granite color, and then everything else is blacked out on the grille here. You've also got your front amber lights, and then down here you do have a front facing camera with a washer, and then you get into these super unique looking lights. I love the LED bars along the sides and the top, and then of course you have your center lights right there. And even in the center here within the housing, I'm not sure if you can see, but it also says Raptor, so a nice little touch. And since this thing is so wide, you even got lights on the corners. Now on the hood here, you do have the decaling on both the sides in orange, and then you have this blacked out massive trimming here with the vent style going on. You've got the Raptor right there as well, which is on both the sides. All right, coming to the side of the F-150 Raptor here, you can see the size of this and just how nice this thing looks. Now this does come in one configuration. Obviously it is the crew cab with the short bed. And as for the suspension, you do have obviously the off-road suspension, which is your Fox shocks. And one thing that this does have added is one of my favorite things, which is the dual pane panoramic sunroof. And then around your windows here, you do have the gloss black in the center and just the black plastic along the bottom. There's body color up top. As for the door handles, these are also body color. For the side mirrors, you've got the body color cap here, and then this is black plastic. You got this turn signals, the lights, and then the side mirror cameras. And then even on the fender here, you've got the venting styling going on, which is pretty neat. This also has the side steps, of course. And then even up here by your wheel area, you've got all of this blacked out trimming. And then as for the wheels, you've got these very nice looking wheels. These are your 17-inch wheels. So you've got the granites that go all the way around and the matte finish as well. And these are your bead lock capable wheels. And these are paired with these 35-inch tires. And if I do take a step back, you can see they fit the Raptor perfectly. Now coming to the back here, you've also got the nice decal, which also says Raptor in orange. You also have a light back here as well. And then coming around to the rear here, you've got the metal bumper back here as well, along with the rear safety sensors. You've got your hitch there in the center. Up by the license plate area, you have all your towing outlets, and underneath you have a spare tire along with the rear recovery hooks and a dual exhaust system. All right, let me go ahead and start this up so you know what it sounds like, and I'll give it a few revs so you have an idea. And then moving to the tailgate here, you have this massive black plate, which also houses the same letters as the front, which says Ford obviously. You've got the F-150 back here, and it also says Raptor. And then up by the tailgate handle area, you've got a backup camera, a light here. And then speaking of light, you've also got these nice LED rear tail lights. Now let's go ahead and open up the tailgate. So the button is right down here. Obviously this is a power opening lift gate, and let me show you as well, it is also a power closing lift gate. How convenient is that? So let's go ahead and open it again, and let me show you what you get back here, because it is pretty unique on this. So first off, you do have like this work surface thing going on, plus the ruler section. You got some space here, and yeah, bits and pieces that you can use to put tools or whatever if you are using it for work. Also, you have the built-in step. So if I just press this here, it is going to pop out this whole section, which there's your step. You also have a handle which props up just like that, so easy access to the bed. So back here you do have the spray and bed liner, which I highly suggest getting on any truck that you do get. And back here you do have the LED bed lighting on both the sides. Obviously you've got the box link set up on all the corners. You do have a 120 volt outlet in here, and if I open this, you have 2 outlets, which is your Pro Power onboard system, which you can definitely utilize. And then over on this side you do have like this hidden storage area that you can utilize as well. Now over on the rear glass, the middle window is power opening, and if you look way up there, you also have a bed camera. Now let's go ahead and enter inside of the Raptor here and see what we are working with. So it's an all black interior, but with bits and pieces that do stand out. So down here you do have the nice space. Obviously you got space up here as well. You got the Bang & Olufsen sound system, so the speaker is here with the nice grille around it. And up here you have the granite trimming. You got more space here and like this very cool looking carbon fiber trimming. You've got soft touch here, and then up here you have soft touch as well, but with the orange contrast stitching. So everything tied together definitely stands out. Now let's check out the interior, because it is an all black interior. You've got the soft touch everywhere, the orange contrast stitching, and then the middle here you do have the perforated, and back here is the perforated section as well. There's also the Raptor engraved in here, and on the sides here you have more of the perforated, but you also have the suede material, which is nice. And the rear seats, the outside seats, do come heated. And if I go ahead and pull down the middle section here, here are your cup holders. And closing this, let's go ahead and lift up the rear seats here. So you have this whole tub of space that you can definitely utilize for whatever you want to use it for. Now I'm going to jump back here and show you the legroom and the headroom in this. All right, entering inside, legroom wise, I have a ton of legroom, and I'm sure this seat can be adjusted, so still I'll have a good amount of legroom. Now in terms of the headroom, this is an F-150. I have good headroom. For reference, I'm 5'11", I'm wearing a hat, and I can move around freely. Now behind the driver and the passenger seat, I love how that there's no plastic. It's all soft touch material, including the orange contrast stitching. Plus you do have the storage pockets on both of the seats. Now over on the rear console area, you have cup holders with the chrome trimming, venting, obviously rear heated seat controls. You've got an outlet there, USB ports, and a 120 volt outlet down there. All right, let's head to the front and see if anything is different compared to the rear. The only thing up here is a much bigger area at the bottom, and everything else is identical, other than of course your window controls, side mirror controls, and then the driver memory seat controls. Now as for the front seats, these are identical to the rear. However, a little bit of a difference, obviously you do have this whole massive area in suede. It also says Raptor up here, and everything else is identical with the perforated back bottom sections, the orange contrast stitching. The seats up here not only come heated, but they're also ventilated. And then over on the side here, you have your power seat adjustments with some chrome trimming. And then down here, you got this cool looking Ford Performance door sill piece. Underneath, just your pedals, nothing too crazy. Here is the hood latch release. Here's the electronic parking brake, and your foot pedals are actually power adjustable. And here is the back top bed light, and here is how you also open up the tailgate from here. Here is the exterior lighting controls, including the fog lights, the cluster dimmers, side mirror lights, and then up here you have this beautiful chrome trimming with the orange that does pop out, which also has a US flag. And as for the steering wheel, this is power adjustable. All right, I want to show you something cool on the cluster, because when I go ahead and open up the door, you can see it has this beautiful animation that plays. This is so cool. And even on the touchscreen, it says Ford Performance. So let me go ahead and start up the truck for a second. You also have this animation, the Built Ford Tough animation. And when I go ahead and turn off the truck, there's more animations. All right, entering inside, your dashboard is covered in hard soft material, plus you do have this unique plastic trimming here. You've got 2 speakers here, one in the center, and then 2 on that side. Plus on here, on the dashboard, you have some space as well. And this also has one of my other favorite things, which is the heads-up display. And then you get into your fully digital cluster area. This is a 12-inch cluster, and on here, obviously you can view a ton of different vehicle information, and to control that, it is done through here. So if I just press the menu for a second, here you are. There is a bunch of information that you can view in front of you. Now, as for the steering wheel, you do have the soft touch material, the orange contrast stitching. You've also got this unique striping here, which is also heated. And then you have the granite pretty much everywhere, blacked out Ford badge. It also says Raptor down here. On the left side here, you do have all of your cruise control settings, follow distance, lane keep, volume, Bluetooth, and then the R button here. So if I press that, those are your settings. On the other side here, you have all your cluster controls, steering wheel controls. So if I press this, you have normal, comfort, and sport. And then same thing for the suspension. If I press that, you have normal, sport, and then off-road. Same thing for the exhaust. You have normal, sport, Baja, and quiet. and then of course your seat controls. Also behind the steering wheel, you do have the paddle shifters, and further back you do have your wiper controls, high beams, and indicators. Now over on the armrest area, this is massive. You do have the soft touch material and the black and orange contrast stitching. Now this does have the work surface, so let me just fold this down by pressing this. So there it goes, and then I can open this whole thing up. I have this. I can do all my work, do whatever I need to do. I have the space. And then let's go ahead and close this and open up the main section here. So you have this little tray that can be popped out, and then inside you do have a ton of room with USB ports. Now moving to the center console, before I do that, let me show you on the side. You have space here, and you're gonna notice that on the passenger side as well, plus the gray trimming. Let's bring this bad boy back up. So you have your front cup holders, some space here, handy dandy shifter as you saw, and then you have more of the nice carbon fiber, the chrome. Pushing this back, you have space in here for your wireless phone charger and USB ports. Over on the left here, you have your different modes, your trailer brake controller, and then the Pro trailer knob here. And then on the other side, you have a 12 volt outlet and a 120 volt plug as well. And then you have all of these controls. So the bottom ones are pretty much your heating and cooling. Here's your heated steering wheel, heated seats, vented seats, all that good stuff. And then here are the multimedia controls. And then you get into your touchscreen here. This is a 12-inch touchscreen. So on here, obviously you can view a ton of information, and I like how you have a mini screen off to the right. So let's go to the first one here, which is your audio. Let's turn that off. You have your AM, FM, Sirius XM, all that good stuff. Next is your phone section once you have it paired. Next is the navigation section, and then under favorites, you can adjust these to whatever you want. And then under the app section, you have your Apple CarPlay, Android Auto. You've even got karaoke and YouTube in this. Under the settings, here is pretty much what you would find on any vehicle, so you can customize all of this to your liking. Under the features, I think this is going to be the most used section because it has all the important stuff. So you have your driver assistance. Here are all your safety features, so you can turn them on, off, adjust it however you want. Heading back, you've also got the Pro Power onboard system in this. So you can turn it on or off, you can test it. You can also do a generator mode, and then even turn off the power for the back plugs. And then let's head back. You've also got the zone lighting, obviously. Let's override this. Turn this on, so I can turn on each section one at a time or everything all at once. And then heading back, there's also the towing section, so you got a connection checklist, add a trailer, all that good stuff. So you have all of these controls to utilize. And then you also have the trail turn assist. You can turn it on or off from here, and then just the owner's manual and record feedback. And then off to the little mini screen here, I can use these little arrows or press the pages and actually go through and swipe everything. Now up top here, you have a few more buttons. You have your auto start stop, your camera buttons, your parking sensors to turn them on or off, hazards, traction control, and then this one right here is actually your trail control. So pretty much your one pedal driving. And before I forget, let me show you the camera. So once I press this, you have a nice bird's eye view at the top, and then here you have the front facing camera. Now if I click this, it brings up a bunch of them, so I can see just the full screen for the front. I can also see a panoramic view of the front. How nice does that look? And then I also have this right here, which is your bed camera. Next is the backup camera. You've got the hitch camera here, side cameras facing the rear, and then this little plus is once you do have the trailer connected. And also, if I go back here and to the main screen right here, which was showing the top bird's eye view, you also have a plus symbol. If I click this, a bunch more pop up. So if I click any of them, it zooms into that particular area. So towing with this and parking with this becomes very easy. Moving past the mirror up here, and then further up, you have your 6 auxiliary switches, and then pushing this down, here's where you put your sunglasses. Right here, you do have your sunroof controls, sunshade controls, rear power sliding window control, and then the interior lighting. And here's a key fob for the F-150 Raptor. It's your usual Ford key. All right, let's come around to the passenger side and let me show you the dashboard area. So first off, here's that space I was talking about on the side. And then you have more of that nice carbon fiber on the dash here. Plus, you can open this up by pressing this, revealing a hidden compartment area, and then you just have your usual glove compartment space. And here is the window sticker for this Raptor. The pricing you see is in Canadian dollars. Well, that does it for the review on this 2026 Ford F-150 Raptor. Let me know in the comments down below, what do you think of this beast?